subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update.
Welcome to Franklin, Tennessee. Today on Lady Mary Bath, I will take you along as I host a birthday party for my stepmother. I have flown in from Houston with my fabric overlays, my white tablecloths, and I have shopped their home to create a lovely buffet, and I will take you every step of the way. I wanted to show you the consignment dress that I packed for this party today. Since I was bringing all the tablecloths and overlays, I didn't have lots of weight left in my suitcase, so I packed the lightest dress I have. And this is from B&B Consignments in the Dallas area. My daughter FaceTimed me while shopping and picked it up for me, and it's got pineapples, which I love, and just another example of how consignment shopping can be a really good idea.
It was such fun shopping their home and pulling out trays and serving pieces for the party, and we will have lots to work with. This is a tulipière, a tulip holder that I found in her cabinet. It's Wedgwood, a Williamsburg posy holder, and she didn't know quite what it was, and now she can use it for tulips, which is her favorite flower, actually. I did bring some ribbons with me in my suitcase, and I made a trip to Hobby Lobby in Nashville to get a few more so that we would have plenty for decor.
I've got my ribbons here, and I'm going to start with this beautiful oval silver-plated platter, and I think I will place stuffed mushrooms on this. That's one of the menu items that I'm making on Saturday. And I'm going to start with a solid color, and I don't usually tie it with a bow. I simply just do one knot. It really does add a bit to your table. It's like having some built-in decor. And since I'm layering this, I'm just going to do one simple tie here instead of a complete knot. And then I'm going to decide which one to add next. I think I will add a little bit of fun here. This is a remnant that I already had brought with me. So I'm going to do another layer. And now I think I will add a bit of this white tulle. And then I'll finish it off with a very thin ribbon. So now we're just gonna finish it off with this beautiful thin ribbon. I just love this. A friend gifted me with this. And since this is the last layer, I am going to actually tie a complete knot. And I could even add another thinner ribbon. We'll just see how that looks at the end. And I'm gonna trim this a bit. And I like to cut at an angle. And always use good quality scissors. These are Fiskars, which are my favorite. And just adds a lot of interest to your table. I sure enjoy ribbon. And I think I will go ahead and tie this skinny ribbon since it is so thin, just to bring a little bit more attention to that. And that creates a nice festive look for our party table. See how festive that is, just adding some ribbons. And it's ready for the party, and I certainly don't have to stress over that the day of. So now we've got a beautiful vintage serving tray ready for stuffed mushrooms or whatever else we decide to put on it. And now I think I will work on the pictures. And with the pictures, it's important to not put the ribbon where they're going to be grabbing it. So you could either put it at the very end or the very tip top. So we'll put it here, and I will layer it with some various colors. Such fun. And I think I'll finish it off with a colorful dotted ribbon. And I don't know that I'll do a bow on it. I think I'll just do one simple knot to tie them all together. And now we've got our picture dressed for the party. Now we have both of our pictures dressed. Aren't these fun and festive? And it's great when you can incorporate the party colors. And even though we're focusing more on the green and the blue, I wanted to add a little bit of a birthday celebration look because it does go with the outdoors and the umbrellas that are outside over some of the tables.
I have plans for this beautiful silver-plated footed dish. It will be great for the hot crab dip. My father found this at an estate sale in Nashville for $25. And it has a Pyrex insert, which is perfect for baking. And that way we can just place it in, cover it up, and keep it warm until the party starts. And I will share the recipe in the description below for Paula's Palate hot crab dip. I know it'll be fabulous. And this wine bottle my stepmother saved because it's her favorite color. Isn't that interesting? I have plans for this too, with a floral arrangement and maybe even some ribbons around the bottleneck for the beverage table. I think that would be a really good tie-in. And this is one of my favorites, the oval covered casserole. You find this a lot on the secondary market, and it's multi-purpose. And I'm sure that we'll put that to good use. This cake stand we got at a cupcake store that was going out of business a couple of summers ago. I brought lots back to Houston as well with large serving pieces. And this is a cake knife that looks like Waterford crystal at first glance. They found this at my neighborhood Goodwill when they were visiting. It's actually, because it's an original box, I knew it wasn't Waterford. It's a different look, but it's so close. So I'll tie some ribbons around that and use it for the cake table. These are some plastic trays that we've pulled out just in case we need them. Since it is poolside, we don't want to have glass out there. And this is a melamine or plastic tray from Nora Fleming. That's a line in the gift industry. They have interchangeable minis for different themes. These are ceramic, and most of their serveware is also ceramic, but this happens to be the plastic, which could be very useful as a divided dish for poolside. And I pulled some Eastern European crystal vases out in case we want to feature those inside the house for the birthday girl. And you can tell they're Eastern European because they have the classic notched little edges here around the rim. And the starburst design, they're gorgeous. And that'll be beautiful for the breakfast table.
Okay, there we go. We've added a bit of pizzazz with this thin ribbon. Isn't that pretty? Now our baskets are ready. And even if we just had something very simple inside, even just greens, it would look great. So I'll probably set those symmetrically opposite of our punch bowl, and I can't wait to show you what we're doing with the punch bowl. I'm excited to use these petite twin vases. Everyone loves party favors, and my favorite are the Nam's Bits cookies. These are from Cumming, Georgia, a small bakery. They are fantastic, and they do great custom labels. So I've ordered an assortment for her to give out to her guests, and she's placed these in a basket, and now I will add some ribbons. And I'm going to add just a bit of fabric grosgrain ribbon that has some polka dots on it, and that kind of goes with the green here of our solid ribbon on the cookies. And I will do a couple of different bows, hopefully from this one bow, this one ribbon. And I'll tie it a couple of times, make it look cute, or maybe I'll just let it hang down. We'll see. And you could even add more and more and put more tulle on it, and that way you have a nice festive look for your party favors. And these I'll probably place on a table as you enter so that the guests will see it and they'll remember to grab it on the way out. But always remember the party favor. It's finally party day, and we have staged our tables and our platters in the climate-controlled garage. We didn't have room upstairs, and since it's a poolside party, we thought this would make more sense. And shortly, I will be bringing out all the trays and the tables. And it's really useful to do this ahead of time. And here I've placed sticky notes on all the platters. This is for bruschetta. We'll have several plates of these. And it just makes more sense, and that way you know what goes where. There's no panic on party day. And here I have elevated the table a little bit. We'll tweak it as well, but you'll see how we planned ahead so that there are no surprises as we set out the food.
We've got the beverage essentials set up. We have washed all of the acrylic stemware for the bar, and we've got our acrylic vases. And here you see the Post-it notes I've been using for labeling. The Mariposa napkin box with a weight. We have attached some ribbons to the cake servers. And this utensil and plate holder will be great for the buffet. Since we're not featuring the dessert plates on this table, I'm just using an inverted dome cover, and I will put some flowers in that. And here we'll have our utensils. There's the Mariposa Buffet napkin box, which is going to be great. And it really does help to have all of our labels. And it's important when you're planning a party to be flexible, because we end up shifting a few things later, which is no problem. As long as you start with a plan, you can tweak it. I've got the fabric overlays. I have built up a little bit. And this is what they call the Circle of Trust. And it's actually a smaller table. We've placed a wooden top on it that they use sometimes for parties, you can see. And this way it is more to scale. And it serves as a large area in case guests want to place anything there. And we later end up putting the charcuterie board here, which is great for cocktails as guests arrive. These banners are actually 4 separate pieces I found at my area garage sale. They were $5 each, and they go for $40 a piece on Etsy. So what you're looking at here cost me $20, and they're just perfect for the party. And I'll give you an overview. This is the nature deck, which is the side yard. So if a guest wanted to have a quiet moment or conversation, they could step out here. It's quite spacious, but we've centered the party around the main pool area, and you'll see the buffet is set up, and things will be happening very quickly now. This is the upstairs perch, and this is an estate sale find from the famous country banjo picker, Earl Scruggs from Flat and Scruggs.
We're utilizing just about every space in the house, especially the downstairs kitchen, which is near the pool. And this is a spot that we use often, especially in the summer. It's my dad's area. And I wanted to show you the chocolate dip strawberries I've made. It's nothing new for you. I know you've seen me feature these before, including a how-to. This is a covered casserole dish. It's an oval bowl, and I'm sure you've seen this at estate sales and resale shops, especially charity resales. But I wanted to show you how I'm using this. This is the lid. So I've turned it upside down and I'm placing the berries in it. And this will be for the charcuterie board because we're ending up using an oversized piece instead of a more rustic look. And we needed to fill the space. So here we've got the 2 bowls. And remember that you can have 2 for the price of 1.
I've placed the party favors on the gift table. And instead of adding doilies, I just stuffed some colorful tissue on the sides to make it a bit more fun and festive. And the guests will be so pleased to take these home. Most delicious chocolate chip cookies.
I'm in the upstairs kitchen. I am stuffing the mushrooms with a mixture that I made ahead of time. Some of it yesterday, and then I assembled it today with the cream cheese and the egg yolk so that it would be fresh. And I have to bake the hot crab dip from Paula's Palate cookbook. I think the recipe is going to be fantastic. Everything she makes is wonderful. And my stepsister is downstairs right now making the charcuterie board, the pear tart, and some other delicious menu items. And here I've got my stuffing for the mushrooms. I did all the sauteing and cooking yesterday. Still have a few more to go here, as you can see. And I added the dairy, the cream cheese, and the egg yolk today.
We placed the charcuterie board in the seating area. We need to remove the plastic still so that guests can enjoy as they arrive. And here we've already set the food out. The bruschetta my stepsister made, that's amazing. And the pear tarts. This is made with goat cheese, drizzled with honey. It's absolutely scrumptious. Stuffed mushrooms, and here we have little cups for the homemade cocktail sauce in the fabulous punch bowl, which is my favorite party essential. And we've got Gulf shrimp that have been peeled and deveined on ice. These are so delicious. And the hot crab dip works beautifully in this estate sale find. We've got some crackers in this oval silver-plated dish. And we moved some bruschetta to this end since we have replaced that charcuterie board. And we did put flowers out as the sun passed. So as guests arrived, they did enjoy the florals on the centerpiece. And see how we have placed the beverage bar here in a separate area. I think that works really well. It flows quite well. And then the wine bottle we've utilized for this area for flowers. And let's talk about this punch bowl. This is a family piece. It's made by the L.E. Smith Glass Company, and it is the slewed horseshoe pattern. And now it's time for cake, my favorite part of any celebration. And we've got our cake table all prepared, and you will see that the birthday girl has chosen 2 cakes. And the strawberry cake, this is from Sugar Avenue Bakery in Memphis, Tennessee, featured on the sterling silver and Lenox rose platter. This is something they normally display in their dining, and today we are featuring the cake on it. It's perfect. And I've added some chocolate dipped strawberries for some interest. And the chocolate cake is also from Sugar Avenue in Memphis, and we placed a cake candelabra on top, and you'll see how useful this is. Birthday girl sure is having fun. You simply remove it and move to the side, blow out your candles, and don't forget to make a wish. It's been such fun, and all of her girlfriends came to celebrate her with wonderful gifts, but of course the most important gift of all, their friendship. I hope that you enjoyed these party tips and coming along today for this birthday in Tennessee. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Bath. Elevate your everyday with celebrations.